The Best Way to Be an Animal, a short story by Dacé Willow. Once, in a lively patch of forest near a glimmering river and soft green hills, all the animals lived together, sometimes in harmony, sometimes in quarrel, always together. There were turtles who napped on mossy rocks by the river, and foxes who danced like fire through the trees. There were bees who hummed lullabies into the lavender, and owls who, hoo, hoo. Each animal did what it did best, and that was simply the way it was. Until one day, a question arose. What is the best way to be an animal? It was a small question, but it stirred up big feelings in the forest. First, Mole popped out of the ground, with dirt on her nose and paws. The best way to be an animal, she declared, is to dig down here where it's dark and quiet and safe. All the roots talk to each other underground. You can feel the whole forest breathing. And to be surrounded by soil is positively comforting. Said Fish, poking her head above water. Ridiculous. Everyone knows the best way to be an animal is to swim. The river sings as you glide, and the light dances in droplets on your back. Try doing that under the dirt. Well, I think, said Woodpecker, zipping down from a tree, the best way to be an animal is to fly through the sky and bang your beak on the bark until you find the perfect echo that tells you just where to find a tasty meal. That's how you really feel alive. All the animals begin to argue. What's so special about dirt? Water is too wet. You can only fly because you're covered in feathers. So, to settle it once and for all, each animal would try the other's way and discover what is the very best one. First, Mole tried to swim. She splashed and paddled and snorted river water up her nose. Cold, 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 she sputtered, scrambling out. I completely lost my sense of direction in there, and the water is frigid. Yikes. Then Fish tried to fly. She flopped from branch to branch, gasping for breath, her fins flapping awkwardly. Too high, too dry, no thank you. And plopped back down into the river, sighing with relief. Woodpecker tried to dig, but he kept hitting his head on roots and rocks. How do you even see down here? He hollered, dizzy and dusty. They weren't the only ones. Turtle tried to buzz like a bee, but got stuck in the vines of a honeysuckle. Frog tried to hoot like an owl, but could only croak confusedly. Squirrel tried to slither like a snake and rolled down the hill in a blur of fur and claws. Soon, the forest was full of exhausted, dust-covered, soggy, sniffling creatures. When suddenly, everything went silent, until a soft voice said, "Don't you suppose the best way to be an animal is to be the animal that you are?" Everyone turned to look. It was Snail, inching slowly along a leaf. The animals blinked. They sniffed. Then someone chuckled. And soon everyone was laughing, softly at first, then loud enough to shake the pine cones loose. "Of course," said Mole. "Obviously," said Fish, Phew, said Woodpecker. I missed the sky. I have a headache from not drilling my beak into the trees. One by one, the animals returned to their own ways. The turtle climbed back onto her sun-warmed rock. The bees sang their flower songs. The fox danced again. Nothing had really changed, but now each creature moved through the forest knowing that being exactly what you are is not only enough, it's the most wonderful, wild, wise thing you can be. Every animal has their way, and the best way to be an animal is to be exactly the kind of animal you are.